Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Fikret Fazlic is my name, and how Michael said, I'm the Imam in the Islamic community here in Graz, in the city of Graz in Austria. It's a pleasure for me to speak to you, dear brothers and sisters, and also to you, dear Islamic scholars. English is not my everyday language. We speak German, and this is an interesting thing for the Muslim here in Austria. Two things who brings us together, all the Muslim, but different is Austria, are first the Islam as religion, and second the German language. And also we used to use the German language in the mosque. I want to speak today to you about the Islam in Austria in 4 parts. The first one is historical. When are coming the Muslim, or until when are the Muslim in Austria? What was in the 17th century and something like this. The second part, I want to speak about the actual number of communities, different communities in Austria. Then about my community, the Islamic Cultural Center here in Graz. And at least also about to speak how the Muslim are living the religion, and also how they should take also their Eid and celebrate their Eid also here in Austria. At first to say, because I'm also European from the Balkan, there are 3 different ways how the Islam was coming in Europe. We know 2 of them. The first one, Tariq ibn Ziyad, with the Arabs, with the Berbers over Spain. The second one was over the Turks, the Ottomans over the Balkan, and also until Austria and Vienna. And the third one, maybe not so famous, is the way how the Islam coming in Europe over the Tatars. And these are 3 different ways. Now we have not even one of these ways was centuries ago. The people now in Austria was coming here in the last century, in the 20th century. At 1616, more than 400 years ago, we had the first Quran translation of the German language. We in Austria speaking also German language. And until now, from 1616, we have more than 30 or exactly 31 different translations of the Quran. And this interesting is 26 of these 31 are translated by non-Muslims. The last one was 2012 by a Muslim. And how I said, we have 31 different Quran translations in the German language in Austria. At 1878, a part where Muslims, also today, is belong to the Austrian-Hungary Empire or kingdom, and this was Bosnia. The Ottoman was going back, and in this area is coming the rule of the Austrian-Hungary Empire. This country, and also the population of this country, which was most of them Muslims, are becoming a part of the Austrian-Hungary Empire. And we have, for example, the first Islamic law at 1912. It was because of the many of the Muslim Bosnian soldiers who was belonging to the Austrian-Hungary Empire, and also in the World War, the first, was also involved in all this. After then, we have in the year of 1979, again, a reformation of the Islamic community here in Austria, because until 1912 to 1979, there was Muslim living also in Austria, but there was not organized in communities, and the religious life was also not organized. Until 1979, we have also Islamic community in Austria, and the number of the mosques, the number of the Muslim who was coming to Austria was growing, and also today growing. And in the year 2015, there was again Islamic law, especially for the Muslims and the Muslim communities in Austria, which defined how the Muslim communities can be connected with communities or institutions abroad, non-Austrian communities. And then Yeah, this was the first part, maybe short, but just to say it was not the Muslim in Austria, not until the 19 years, until the Balkan Wars, or even like the 70 years, the Muslim in Austria are earlier here in Austria. And the big number of the Muslim in Austria, or Austrian-Hungary Empire, was from 1878 with the occupation of Bosnia from the Austrian-Hungary Empire. The second part is about today, how many Muslims are today in Austria and how many communities I mean, how many mosques or how many masjids are in Austria. Exactly to say how many, it's difficult. It's not so easy because it is one side really easy to not to build, but to organize a community. And you just have to go to the police and to say, we have 40 and more people and we want to launch a community as this. And then it's a process. The Islamic community in Austria has to approve this and to say on the end, yes, we are belonging to the Islamic community in Austria. And we have only one Islamic community in Austria. This is the Islamic community, Islamische Glaubensgemeinschaft in Österreich, IGGIÖ. Second, over 318 different communities in Austria. The second thing, we have only 4 mosques. And one of these 4 mosques are also my mosque or our mosque here in Graz, which we are building until 2012. Then, how many Muslims are in Austria? We have also different numbers, the number of the government, the number of the Islamic community, which say how many we are, and also you can read in the papers. And these numbers are between 9 and 11% of the population in Austria are Muslims. I can say in the European Union, you have not another country like Austria where so many Muslims living by the percent, because there's every 10th person is a Muslim in Austria. And also interested for Austria is in the European Union, we have only 4 countries which are accepted the Islam as a part of the, I need Michael to translate, Teil des öffentlichen Körperrechts.
It's a community with public, it's a public body, a legal public body. So. Okay,
thank you very much. We have only 4 countries in the European Union with this, and one of these 4 countries are Austria. It means the Muslim children have Islamic teachers teaching in the school. This one who going to the army, who going to be a soldier, has also a possibility to go to Friday prayer and and also another part like a hospital or jail. And also the Muslim in Austria can take free the first day of the Eid twice per year. Okay, this was the second part about how many the Muslims are in Austria. Then the third part is about my community here in Austria. There are big communities, but I didn't know so big like we are here in the area, because the mosque, it's coming every day, new families and new members who want to be a part of our communities. I have to say there's also countries in the north where the Muslim coming to Austria because it is near from, it's not too far from the Balkan countries where they actually are from, by the birth. And also it's one of the European countries. And the families who are coming from the United States, or family also who coming from Canada or from another countries who coming to Austria to find the job and who want to live in Austria and also want to be a part of all these activities which we are offered to the communities. For the small children, for teenagers, also for the young people, for the old people, for men and women, for Muslims, but also for non-Muslim, we have different activities which we offer in the communities, where they can part. Before Corona, there was every Friday, non-Muslims was coming to the mosque to see what are Muslims they're doing. How is this speech? What are speaking about? And this now in the Corona, it's not possible by the different rules, but it was before Corona and hope also after Corona again. Now in our communities, in our community, we have more than 25 different nationalities, or people from the 25, 30 different nationalities who belong to us. And it is a pleasure also for me to be an Imam of this one community, because as Muslim, one Ummah, one God, one Rasul, one Qibla, it is also, how I'd say, a pleasure for me to be the Imam of this community. And also I was seeing today, for example, the father is from Pakistan, the mother is from Ukraine, and they're coming to us because we have also a community in Graz, which is Afghanian one. Maybe they're speaking, they can communicate together, but the language what bring these two different people together from Pakistan and Ukraine is the German language. And also they can understand the teaching of the mosque, and also they are teaching for the children the mosque in the German language. And it is part where people are coming. We have now in our program with Corona, it is a little bit different, but there are so about 500 children who are coming to the mosque. It means they have until the week also Islamic teaching in the school as a subject, Islamic religion, but they're coming on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and also on the mosque with the families and want to learn more about the Islam. But it's not also teaching about Islam. We try to make that is as a mosque on the weekend should be also a part of my growing up as a children, okay? Not only one per month, not only Fridays if I'm possible to go, but weekend is a day for me where I can go into the mosque. And we try to do different things to bring this people together, to meet them, to connect them with each other and the communities in the last few years, growing up really fast. And the last one from my side, the fourth, is about how are the people living in Austria, the Islam. I want to say, I said there's between 9 and 11% of the Muslim of the population Austria Muslims, and you will find in different works, different jobs, different areas, you will all over there find also Muslims. And as a Muslim, you can also take part in all this position. On the other side, I have also to say we are a little bit fairer because the Islamophobia is also growing up in Europe and especially also in Austria with different things. It's small things, but the number of this Islamophobic thing what has happened is growing also up. For me, as Imam in Graz, I want to invite you to come to Austria, to visit Austria, the mountains, the seas, but also the mosques and the Muslim ones in Austria, to visit also Graz. It is a city of art, or it was a city of art. It's a very interesting city here. And I am also there in the beginning of the year, school year, and also the end of the school year, I were invited to come in the school and to make a celebration together with Farah. Priest. Also with the priest together, Imam in my verse, and the priest also to take it together, a celebration. This is also possible to do different programs in the city and like this. On the interreligious program, there are so many things are also happening. For example, in Graz, we are taking traveling together, and the dialogue, interreligious or interfaith dialogue, is something which is very good also here in Austria. There's also, different kinds of dialogue. Dialogue between the representative from the religion, it is happening. The dialogue between a neighbor and also people who are working together like this, or people whose children are going to soccer or football playing like this. But there's also still a place where can the dialogue be better between people in everyday situation like this. I was preparing only these 4 things to speak about Islam in Austria, about the history, how many people, since when are the Islam in Austria, how many mosques are in Austria. And the last one, which I want to say tonight is Laylatul Qadr, we hope so. And I want to speak the positive side also of the Muslim and Islam in Austria. But there's also a thing which is not so nice by the Muslim in Austria. This is I becoming every week 2 or more questions where different people coming to me and ask if they can marry in our mosque. The last one was, she's from Afghanistan, and not she was born in Austria, but their parents. And he or his parents are actually from Kosovo, his Albanian guy. And it's a pleasure for me if they're coming to me to ask me to identify with this mosque which we are building. And on the end, this project which we are building, it is only a project, it is a house, and there we have to work, and we are working on this to fill it with life, to fill it with activities, to fill it with smiling. And today, it was Saturday, the children was also in the mosque for teaching, for learning. And by the Salatul Zohr, by the praying, the children was running between the safs. It's not a problem. It's not only today. It's also the last few years when we praying. The children are running through the safs. It's possible. Okay, I make a point here. Maybe it's only 20 minutes now, but I'm waiting for your question. Maybe you have a question for this and those. What is you're interesting for Austria?
Yes, maybe I wait for questions too. I will check. But I have one question now already for you, because I would be interested in the intra-religious dialogue. You know, you have the inter-religious dialogue with all the different communities in Austria, but you said that the intra dialogue is probably not the best between the different communities. Do you have an idea how to establish a better communication between the different communities, maybe also to strengthen the Muslim Ummah in general?
This is a very good question. It's also something about what I'm thinking, what we can do. And I think the question is concrete here in Graz is we can just to make projects where everyone can identify with this and take part and bring people together. This is something what we have to do, and also the young people. But you have to know one thing. With Corona, and all these communities are financed. The young generation who are coming, I said they are speaking better German, like another language, and it just needs time to come with this. Okay, we need it will become also more international marriage. Okay, young people will marry not only someone from Bosnia. He will marry someone else, and this will bring also to that thing which are together for us, where we can come together, is the religion of Islam, and second is the German language. Okay, I know the people we are on the work together, but to go in the same mosque, no, we are not going to the same mosque because there's someone speaking better Afghan. So I have to say, the old generations, the Muslim in Graz and also in Austria, are people who are coming because of work, and they was coming without families. And I was in the group with people who are from my same community, from my same mother language. And even if I'm 10 years in Austria, for example, from the 70s until the 80s, I was speaking all the time my language, not the German language. I didn't use it. Why do I have to use it? Okay. And the generation who are coming after then, they don't understand so good any other language like the German language. This is a two-part, the language with a new generation which are coming, okay? And the young people making also pressure on the Imam and the communities leaders to say, hey, we need something on the language we understand. This, what we are speaking, is something what is not up to date and also not actual for the time and place where I'm living. And the second, we need projects. Project will bring people together. We had the last project was to travel together to Bosnia. the project may be also to come together for the Eid, to cook together. It's just a simple, small project, but where can people come together just to speak? It's the same like the inter-religion, also the intra-religion is also the same. We need this project. We was reading also the Surah Luqman, where the father speaking to his son, what should he do to be a good man, to be a good Muslim, to be a good son, but also tomorrow to be a good father, and to bring all this thing on the next generation. Werte is value.
Yes.
Because the most important Aufgabe, task. The most important task of one generation is to bring the values on the next generation. And this is Luqman saying to his son, be thankful to Allah and to your parents, and this all others. And they say, you should not take your face on another side from the other people. And this is what is very, very important also in Ramadan, to looking for Laylatul Qadr and all this message which coming with Laylatul Qadr inside us, in our hearts, and then also to go outside. End of the Kräfte.
End of the power. No.
End of the power. Thank you, Michael, with doing all this as a community to explain every time this is not the Islam. Yes, I agree totally with you. I saw what happened on Facebook, and also you did not mention it, or maybe I did not hear, but in 2017, already 300 Imam was signing a paper against anti-terrorism. Islam does not have to do anything with terror. So maybe we come to the last question from the audience. And it's about the youth. The World Muslim Communities Council also has a youth forum in which I am part in it. So it would be interesting to hear from you the answer to the question. Can you shed light on issues of Muslim youth in your community? Are they active in leadership and programs of your community? Do you have good advice and experience to share about engaging youth in mosques? Okay. 5 years ago, when I was coming, I was thinking about Sadaqatul Jari, something which should be there also after me. When I'm going from Austria, and it's a wish of me to go into another country, to have this whole experience, and also to give my part with all my experience to organize maybe also Islamic community with young people and with the programs for the young people. Because I was find a picture in social networks. It was about standing something like, if there's no love, lachen, okay. And if you don't hear kids' voices in the last part of the mosque by the praying, you have to answer you about the future of the mosque. Something like this. If there are no children, what is the future of the mosque? And we were starting the program, okay? We want to have this step by step, really, step by step, like we organize a playing group for parents with their children who are new birth until the third year. We were thinking, so when a mother bringing a child in the world, should she stay at home the next 2 years? Why? We don't buy out the mosque only for old people, and even not only for men, also for women. They should come and adapt on the mosque, okay? They pray, they're playing in the mosque. They can also play football. Why not? Okay. But when you hear the azan, okay, now I should sit down and just wait this 5 and 10 minutes, okay? And then we organize a playing group with children between 4 and 6 years. They coming after kindergarten in the school. This was a group. We said for the first year, we want to learn only the last 5 surahs from the Quran, the last 5 chapters from the Quran. But the children was learning this for the first months, okay? But we said, no, not more, only 5, because we want the children say, you, father, mother, you're going to the mosque. I want to go with you to play there with the other children, okay? To make mosque something what is, I'm going friendly over there, not just sit, be quiet, be quiet. There's no place for you. Just make it family friendly. And then we started first class in the school, first class in the mosque, second, and so until the 7th. And it was so I'm going to the first class in the school, and the weekend I will see another children who is going also in the 5th class in the primary school, for example, different primary school. We come together and we said, okay, the teaching in the mosque should be 3 hours. I come into the young people and speaking until now it's the children about the first should be, we want to learn something. There's a lecture about Islam, of this history or Quran or the Sirah, whatever, but only it is a lecture. The second hour should be a creative work. Okay, we should do something together. Let us have fun. And the last one, we should bring the time spent in the mosque, pray together, Salatul Zuhr, Salatul Asr, and just be in the mosque. When it's not there, let us play together. After the 7th group, we organized something which is called teenager teaching. We said teen mekteb. They're coming the young people, 8th and 9th degree class to the mosque. So this is the oldest one. They should not come on Saturday and Sunday when the small children is coming. We have another days for you. For example, Wednesday evening or Friday evening, you should come to Salatul Maghrib. Let us sit together. Let us show a film. Okay, the last one we was looking was Inventing of Lie. It's a Hollywood production film, but let us do something interesting together. Let us go outside. It was action together to clean the river of Graz, Mura, or let us go on a bike tour together. Let us go on the mountain together, and all this just to make something with the mosque. And after then, okay, we have from the beginning, and if you finish with one, you go in another. All these steps, and we have also the young group, or youth group, from the 16 to 22. We say we cannot say young people from 16 to 35. It is a young people, but we want to concentrate from 16 to 22. What we can offer these people, and we organize a program. It's called My Quran. What are we doing? Every week we have another topic. And when I'm the teacher, I'm preparing for this topic, which page or which chapter from the Quran should we read, and let us speak about this. I was today reading a hadith of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who said, in the first time, there will be so much people who are understanding the Quran, but not reading and memorizing the Quran. In the last time of dunya, there should be so many people who are reading the Quran in Arabic and memorize them, but not understanding the Quran. I just want to let us learn to speak together, okay? I see by young people, they cannot communicate normally. What does it mean? Let us speak an hour together, a half hour about any topic, okay? Let us express my feeling. Let us to learn how should we Konfliktlösungen.
Conflict solutions.
Conflict solution. How can I bring this until to the end, and everything else which I should learn in the mosque? Because many of the mosques making a mistake. If I ask my friend from the faculty, and he is now the Imam on the in Finland, I asked him what is youth program in your mosque, and he explained me. Okay, we have halka, you know, coming together in one Christ to read the Quran. And we have halka, sagt er, halka, Friday prayer, halka, Friday prayer. This is not something what the young people need. Okay, at first, what I need. The last time I was with the young people on the mountain, I was asked them what they are hearing. and they showed me which musics, okay, are they hearing, and it was something very interesting for them, because I'm a Imam speaking with them. Don't say music is haram, okay, finish, haram, it's a mistake. No, let me hear what are you hearing, and after 22 we have different groups, and we organize them in groups to show who of them like football, soccer. Let us connect, make a group. Who of them like driving bike, okay? Who of them like different things, and making groups with these people, and not just make a group. Let us do something together. How it said, we need project, okay? If we see the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it's maybe a rhetorical question, but was there 3 months of time without any projects from the Prophet? He was coming to the people and said, let us do this and this. Let us do this and this, and you should, and so on. So we are not doing proactive with these people. Maybe there is a key to organize, to have an ear for them, and also to make project with them.
Thank you so much, dear Fikret. We can learn a lot from Graz, from Austria, and also the activities of the youth are just great. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your information. It was hilarious. Thank you. And for me, it leaves to say,
thank you very much again for the invitation and for the opportunity to speak to you, dear brothers and dear sisters. I just want to repeat what I said. Welcome to Austria. Welcome to Graz. It will be a pleasure to me to be your host, to show you the Graz, to show you also Austria. First. Second, it is time for all Muslims, or we Muslims should tonight make also this dua, Rabbi ja'al hadha al-balada aminan. Oh Allah, make this earth, make this the countries, give us peace, okay? Give us peace in ourselves, but give us also peace unto the people all over the world. And of course, how you said, the last dua, which is very important, individual for everyone. Oh Allah, forgive us. Forgive us. Thank you very much.